on a Friday morning. Could mean that I have the place to myself today. That'd be nice. And then the plan is to get up there, enjoy that, and then bag me a couple of Abels tomorrow. Those being Reed's Peak, which is right above the lake, and Bond's Crag, which you get to via Reed's Peak. So hike in today and hike out on Sunday, all going well. Looks like it's partly underwater. Not really. Okay, time to put the camera down. There is like one that's way high above the river down there, totally dry. This is obviously the better option because, well, it's dry. More scary though in a way because it's like 2 meters above the water. Yeah, it's much more civilized. Job done. And the good news is this thing's not going to flood over. She's a bit of a fixer-upper. So as it happens, after Gordonvale, there's more button grass. And as you can hear, more mud. Ooh, fun. On the other hand, those mountains are getting closer. It's hard to move with any great speed with all the mud and the uneven terrain and all that. And just looking ahead, I mean, epic though it might be, doesn't look like it gets any easier. Wow, what is this? Firm ground underfoot? That's crazy. Actually feels weird after all the mud. Don't hate it though. Didn't last long then. Of course it didn't. Back to the button grass. Getting some good views now of Wild's Crag. That one out there. Wild spelt W-Y-L-D, but looks pretty W-I-L-D from this vantage point as well. another epic mountain, and another Abel. So I'm surrounded by giants. Lake Rhona, baby. So cool. Of course, I've seen plenty of pictures and videos. I do my research, but none of it does it justice. And probably my video won't do it justice either. Just wow. Wow. In fact, the route goes back out this way and up and all the way around the ridgeline. And then from there around, you can't see Bond's Crag from here, but it's like over there somewhere behind all these. But for now, there's not much more to do than to cook up some food, have a brew, crawl into bed, and hope my tent survives the night. Oh my God, we got smashed last night. On the other hand, waking up to this. So the further up you go, the more intimidating it gets. time to ditch the backpack. Big move at the end there. But Reed's Peak. I guess technically that's the top. See the lake? No, that's a different lake. Still got to get down. Just a bit of hydration and have something to eat. I will have to get a move on though, because I'm a little not worried about time yet, but let's say I'm aware of time. I've got about 5 hours of daylight left. It's taken me about 2.5 to get here. Probably a little bit too much dicking around with cameras and such, so might have to keep that to a minimum. Just going to scoot across to Crag, tap the top and scoot back. Yeah, that's the plan. Bit of a rough trail, this one. Of course, Crag, our destination. Next destination. So I set myself a 2 o'clock turnaround time for this, as in if I'm not at or very near the summit by 2, I'm just going to call it and turn around. I've still got a lot of ground to cover to get back, and it's now 1:42 and the summit's just there. So dropping the backpack, making a sprint for it, enjoy it for a minute, and then I'm really on my way home. getting up there is only half the challenge. The job for the rest of the day is to get back to camp without incident and before dark. Got about 3 to 3.5 hours before sunset. 3.5, but I like to keep myself a nice little reserve, so I would say 3. And obviously not going back up Reed's Peak, so that'll save some time. And it's just a matter of traversing this ridge, going up around the back of Reed's Peak and all the way around one of those more distant ridge lines there, back down to the lake which is behind this nearer ridge. Good times. Home sweet home. Oh yeah, and the tent looks good as well. No problems. So honestly, I think that was one of the best days out I've ever had. Whole day was just so cool. On the way back, even though I was feeling a bit pressed for time, still found the time to stop and just appreciate the epic views out to the west. So the sun kind of came out, you could see showers in the distance, but then just like this enormous array of gigantic peaks just stretching off into infinity, it feels like. Really love that about Tassie. There's just so much wilderness to explore for such a small state. I mean, obviously, 100% would recommend Rhona Lake, Reed's Peak, Bonds Crag. Oh, and I've got the lake to myself, so again, that's pretty cool. Had some visitors come in during the night. Screw walking through all that mud in the dark. And yet, that's what they did. How about this weather, hey? Not too bad. So the day dawned cold and clear. No issues last night, the weather's been perfect. The people who came in last night were chatting with me, and Guy reckons he's been here 3 or 4 times, never seen so much mud. So that makes me feel a little bit better, because I thought I was just a bit soft. Of course, there was that storm on Friday night, so they may have had it worse coming in than I did, in which case maybe I'm about to find out on my way back what real mud is. But that's a problem for future me. For now, just soaking up the sun, enjoying my last views of this spectacular spot, and looking forward to a nice hike back to the car. On we go. river's come up a bit. If this wasn't a nope last time, it's definitely a nope this time.